the President of the United States.
President Trump continues to make the case for Palestinians in Gaza to be resettled elsewhere in the Middle East, calling the enclave a demolition site that was unlivable, precarious and dangerous.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it.
He called Gaza a symbol of death and destruction, arguing that almost 2 million Palestinians there be moved to various domains in the region that would allow the U.S. to move in, remove unexploded ordnances, level the site and create an economic development that would supply an unlimited number of jobs and housing for people in the area. At least according to the U.S. president.
I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent. I do see a long-term ownership position, and I see it bringing great stability to that part of the Middle East and maybe the entire Middle East. And everybody I've spoken to, this was not a decision made lightly. Everybody I've spoken to loves the idea of the United States owning that piece of land, developing and creating thousands of jobs with something that will be magnificent in a really magnificent area that nobody would know. Nobody can look because all they see is death and destruction and rubble and demolished buildings falling all over.
The ICC indicted Israeli Prime Minister, the first foreign leader invited to the White House since Trump's inauguration, appeared to immediately embrace the idea.
We have to finish the job. In Gaza, Israel has 3 goals: destroy Hamas's military and governing capabilities, secure the release of all of our hostages, and ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel. I believe, Mr. President, that your willingness to puncture conventional thinking that has failed time and time and time again, your willingness to think outside the box with fresh ideas, will help us achieve all these goals. And I've seen you do this many times. You cut to the chase. You see things others refuse to see. People scratch their heads and they say, you know, he's right.
But key power brokers in the region have rejected the notion. On Saturday, a joint statement by Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, the Palestinian Authority and the Arab League reiterated a demand for the implementation of a 2-state solution and warned that plans to resettle Gaza's population threatened the region's stability and risked expanding the conflict, a view echoed by the United Nations.
We saw the comments, and I think we all saw the comments clearly opposing this plan from Egypt, from Jordan, from the Arab League. Of course, we would be against any plan that could that would lead to the forced displacement of people, or could or would lead to any type of ethnic cleansing.
While Palestinians themselves have also repudiated the idea.
The President and the Palestinian people had already rejected fully and completely these demands. This land is a Palestinian land. It's the international law. It's the Arab Peace Initiative. We refuse any kind of transfer for the Palestinian people.
Countries are literally lining up against the Trump plan: Brazil, Germany, France, Ireland, Spain, and China, to mention a few.
China has always believed that the Palestinians governing Palestine is the basic principle of post-war governance in Gaza. We oppose the forced relocation of the people in Gaza and hope that the relevant parties will take the ceasefire and post-war governance in Gaza as an opportunity to push the Palestinian issue back on the right track of a political settlement based on the 2-state solution, so as to achieve lasting peace in the Middle East.
Trump also not ruling out deploying U.S. troops to the region to achieve his goals. An analyst with the Middle East Institute in Washington, D.C. suggested there was no real plan behind President Trump's idea, and that his suggestion had no connection to reality in today's Middle East, as the Gaza Strip now joins a growing list of places that President Donald Trump has expressed a desire to acquire on behalf of the United States. That includes Canada, the Panama Canal, Greenland, and Mars. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.